Now registration. When a particular person is supposed to take GST number or he has to register under GST, for that we have different types of GSTs. One is composition levy. Now, composition levy, in the last slide, I have given one example. Understand one thing. Composition levy is a simple concessional rate of GST which is applicable, and that person, dealer or seller, has to just pay, and then he has to forget. After that, whatever GST he is charging there to the customer, that he has to collect and pay to government. No other GST records are to be kept by this uh, dealer who is having this composition scheme. That is the reason why I see many small business people who are having this composition scheme. They put their GSTIN number on the nameplate of the shop, that they are under a composition scheme and their GSTIN number is so and so. That means, simply suppose they are leaving 5% GST on that entire whatever value of goods and services they are supplying, then they will not get input tax credit. What is input tax credit, that we will see in detail in the later slides. But under a composition scheme, it is the option and choice given to a small dealer. Who is a small dealer? If that small dealer is, say, from special category states. In India, we have special category states, and for that I have given you that A, triple M, N, STU. That is, A is for Arunachal Pradesh, M for Manipur, M for Meghalaya again, Mizoram. So there are three M's. N for Nagaland, S for Sikkim, T for Tripura, and U for Uttarakhand. These are special category states, and here, if now this has been changed, but then this is applicable for that exam which students have was supposed to appear for March April 2020. That special category states means if their turnover is up to 75 lakhs, and if they are part of these any of these states, then they can go for composition scheme. That means if any dealer from these states, if they are having turnover more than 75 lakhs, then composition scheme was not allowed. That was up to this exam, and this we call assessment year 1920. Now, next, for rest of India, means other than these states, to the other states and union territories of India, it is 1.5 crore. That means up to 1.5 crores, you are having turnover, you can go for composition scheme. That means you just levy that 5%, 6% GST. Forget that. 50% of that will be collected by that state or union territory, and 50% will go to central government as CGST, and that's all. That dealer who is opting for the composition scheme is not supposed to maintain any other record. So no GST records are to be kept for GST paid on purchases. No records are to be kept for input tax credit. What is the balance? What is input tax credit available? That we'll see through detailed examples. But here we have to understand this simple composition levy scheme is applicable for special category states for this March April examination as per assessment year 1920, 75 lakhs. Beyond that, this scheme is not allowed. You have to go for normal scheme, that we'll see in the next slide. And for rest of India, if turnover is up to 1.5 crores, then one can go for composition levy scheme. Otherwise, if it is beyond 1.5 crores, then normal GST scheme registration procedure will be applicable. Now, this is normal, means those who are not going for normal composition scheme because of turnover limit, or it is as per their choice. See, even if the turnover is well within the limit, one can go for normal registration if one wants to have input tax credit. That means from special category states, if the turnover is less than 75 crores, but if I want to avail input tax credit, I can still go for normal registration scheme that is given by this slide. So it is up to the dealer whether he has to, but then the turnover limit is applicable. Beyond turnover limit, if turnover is there, then that option is not there with the dealer. Now, what this normal registration scheme says, it is 10 lakhs for goods and services turnover if it is for the dealer from Manipur state, Mizoram state, Nagaland state, and Tripura. Means if the seller is from Manipur or Mizoram and Nagaland and Tripura, and he is a turnover, aggregate turnover, we'll see definition of that in the next slide. That is all types of sales. If it is up to 10 lakhs, then he is not supposed to go for registration. That means the moment that 10 lakhs limit is crossed in the name of supply of goods and services, by any dealer from Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, then registration under normal GST scheme is compulsory. Now, 20%, 20 lakhs rupees is the limit for supply of goods and services for these states, which are Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Sikkim, Uttarakhand, Pondicherry, and Telangana. That means if the seller, supplier of the goods and services from any of these states, his limit is up to 20 lakhs turnover, he is not crossed, he is not supposed to take GST registration. But the moment it crosses 20 lakhs, he is supposed to take 20, compulsory registration under GST. And the last thing is for these states and other union territories, it is 20 lakhs for goods and 40 lakhs for services. Means up to 20 lakhs turnover for goods and 40 lakhs for services. Any supplier of goods or seller of goods and services from Jammu Kashmir, Assam, Himachal Pradesh, and all other states which are not mentioned here in union territory, GST registration is not compulsory. Let us see this through examples. Now, here is a dealer from Manipur, and we have seen in the previous slide, dealer from Manipur up to 10 lakhs of goods and services supply, he is not supposed to register. But here one has to understand, for that we have to understand aggregate turnover. What is the aggregate total turnover we have to consider here? It includes entire turnover. It may be taxable supply, where GST is applicable, exempt supplies, where GST is not applicable, export of goods, and interstate supply, where the goods are supplied from one state to another state, or from one state to other union territory, or one union territory to other union territory. All these types of supplies are to be totaled together, and if that total is up to 10 lakhs, registration is not applicable. But if it is crossing 10 lakhs, then it is having compulsory registration of GST. In this case, you can see through this table that after adding all these intrastate supply, exempt goods and services, taxable supplies, non-taxable supplies, export on different dates, last column is showing the cumulative figure. And this dealer, Mr. X from Manipur, he is exceeding that 10 lakhs limit on 28th of June. So in 1819, from that day, he is liable to take GST registration number. So we can say he is liable for registration under GST. Now here we have taken a case of 20 lakhs goods and services because the dealer is from Telangana. So here you can see that 20 lakhs turnover of goods and services is crossed on 18 July in this year 1819, that is assessment year 1920. So Mr. P is liable for registration under GST because here 20 lakhs turnover is exceeded. Now here case is from Assam where it is 40 lakhs for services and 20 lakhs for goods. We have taken here case of supply of services, and where all the supply of services are added together. This Mr. K from Assam, he is exceeding that limit of 40 lakhs on 1st August 2018. So he is liable for GST registration in 1819 because he is exceeding the turnover limit of 40 lakhs.